Grand Rising family, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about how to bring things into existence because you see, it's our time now as African, Black, melanated people to get that money. I'm not going to have a channel that's just talking about all the ills and all the negatives that's going on in our community because I think by now we all know what those problems are. We know, well, some of us know the solutions to those problems and how we can pull ourselves out. So today, I want to talk about the law of attraction and getting that money, people, because I just feel like we live in a time that is so ripe for us as Black people to start vibrating higher, to call into existence those things that we want. Because when you know that everything is mind, if it, you know, all is mind, and the universe that we live in is so abundant, and some of the richest people on the planet, we're some of the richest people on the planet. We shouldn't be struggling financially, right? So, as a collective, it's time for us to come out of that poverty mindset that a lot of our people are in. You'll hear people, especially religious folks, talk about how money is evil. How do you go and sit down in a building where you're forever being petitioned for money or begging, asked for money at every turn, yet believe money is the root of all evil? It makes no sense. You know, the pastor's living big. He's not stupid. He already knows and understands the law of attraction and how it works, right? You fund his lifestyle. He'll tell you, oh, if he's telling you that money is evil, then he is evil because he's not living on the standards that you're living on as a congregation or a member of that congregation. He's living large. He's driving the Bentleys. He's flying in the private jet. He's living in a big house mansion. He's making six figures up every single month or every year. He's making a massive big salary that he's not even paying tax on. So it's time for people, especially you religious folks, to wake up and realize that the God outside that you're searching for is the reason why you're still impoverished. Religious people are the most impoverished people on the planet, are people, because you don't understand that God is within you, that whatever you say about yourself, what you think about yourself, is what manifests in your life. If you truly believe that when you die, you're going to go to heaven and receive all these riches rather than living in your heaven on this earth, which is what it is, then this is why you're impoverished still. Why the Black communities are still so, I don't even know what the word is, has not improved. Because, like I said today, it's not about the negative ills of our community. It's about rising up and doing what's natural within us. You know, what you say about yourself is what manifests. If you wake up in the morning and all you think about are the negative things, or when you look in the mirror, all the things that are wrong with you, then that's all you're going to do. You're amplifying those things. Get up in the mornings or change your thought pattern to something positive, because the negativity that you're calling really is not serving you in any way. Not unless you're on this down low negative vibration shit and you think it's cool. If that's where you want to be, then hey, you stay in your corner. You stay over there with your negative vibration, your poverty mindset, your poor outlook on life, and your belief system that money is evil. Keep doing that. I love money. I appreciate money because I know what it can do. Okay? You can't live on love. You can sit down and say, oh, I don't need money. I've got food. I've got water. I've got air. But when those things run out, how are you going to buy them again? How are you going to replace them again? Are you going to steal? Or are you going to use the God-given your skill, power, and might within yourself to bring that stuff to fruition? What are you going to do? Money is infinite energy, just like everything in the universe is energy. That is all money is. It's a tool to be used to make your life and those around you a lot better. That's the whole purpose of money. It's not supposed to be held on and kept, all to yourself. You're supposed to use that money to benefit yourself and others around you. But we live in a society nowadays where people are so selfish that all they think about is themselves. You've got parents out here that don't even give a shit about their children and they claim they love them. How do you love your child but you don't empower them? How do you love your children but you pass down poverty mindset and debt to them? You don't, most of you don't have properties of your own. You don't think, okay, what will my children's children be doing later on in life? Because you're so selfish. All you care about is yourself, and you care about the now. Yeah. I was with a brother, or a dude. He wasn't even a brother because he was a Sambo, really. And he lived on credit, a credit card. That's his life. That's what he did, right? And instead of actually setting up a business, or doing something to empower his future, his seed, he had a daughter. She is going to basically teach her to go into debt and to live on debt for the rest of her life. There's no structure set up, and there's only one child this guy had. There were no structures set up for his daughter for the future, except for to teach her to go and be a slave to someone. The only thing he was teaching her to do was go out there and get a job, just over broke. That was the future he had for his child. Obviously, I left because there's no way I will stay with that type of man when all I'm telling my children to do, and have done since they were babies, is to work for yourself. That way you don't become an economic slave. I did not raise any of my children to become economic slaves. I taught them all to specialize in a field that's not oversaturated. All right. That way they would always be one step in the lead. They're always one step of the competition. That's the advantage we as black people must be giving our children. I can tell you this, every other nation do this for their families. Every other nation. And people will say things like, oh, black people are not united, we don't love each other. No race of people out there or nation of people out there love each other. Get that right. Go into every one of those communities. You're going to see the same infighting. You're going to see the same backbiting, stabbing, all those extra things. The only thing you're not going to see is them choosing someone else over their own people. It doesn't matter what's going on in their community, what's going on between them. When it comes to group economics, they got that pat down. That's the memo black people haven't received, or have chosen not to pick up and look at and read. Yeah, because the information is there. It's just that our people are too selfish and caught up in some wayward, way out there thinking that they are missing the whole point. They vibrate on a low frequency because they don't understand themselves, right? You go into the Jewish man community, his money circulates 6, 7, 8 times over before it leaves that community. And when it leaves that community, it either goes into another another community similar to their own, because it's about investments. They are investing in themselves, right? Black people, they will see you set up your business, and for some reason they just won't patronize your business whatsoever. They give you the talk, oh, I'm coming to do this, or I'm going to do that, but they don't actually do it. But that same money they will take and go to the Indian man who will turn around and sell them rotten food, rotten vegetables, even be disrespectful to them. And they don't have no shame but to keep going. Where, black people? Why have you no shame? Why have you no cultural pride? Hmm? Aren't you embarrassed to know that at the end of the day, these people disrespect you, dislike you, but you're still going there? You're still giving them their money. You are making them rich instead of your own people, and they're still shitting on you. It's time to stop doing that, people. Stop doing that. Help your own people out. Whatever you give to your community ultimately will come back to you. That's what we are failing as a people to realize. We need to teach our children to stay with their own. That way, when that money is passed down, it gets passed down to that generation. I teach my children this. When you get with foreigners or outsiders, people out of your own nationhood or your own race, as they like to put it, all right, let me just use that for ease of conversation. That money does not come back to your black community. When you black men and women date outside of your community or your nation or your race, I'm using that word just for ease of conversation. So I don't want to hear anything from any of these language politically correct bandits coming on. Don't miss the point of the conversation, because the point isn't the actual terms and words. Those are words just used to make it easier for people to understand. The point I'm making is this: when you look at Europeans, right, how they keep the money and why they have old money is because they don't allow their children to just go out there and marry any and anyone or any and anything. They are told you can't, you can go out there and mess with that person, you can play about with them, you can have relations with them, you don't marry them and you don't get them pregnant. That's what they teach their children. Ultimately, they will go and marry their own because that money is going to stay in that community. That money is going to be passed down to the next generation and it's going to stay within their communities. All these black people going around thinking it's cool and it's fashion to be dating every and anything out there and having children and marrying them. And when they have their money and they're gone, that money goes right back into that person's or that group of people or that race of people's communities. That's empowerment right there. All this talk about love is love, it's rubbish. Or you'd be falling in love with a dog, a tree, an old homeless man. You pick and choose who you fall in love with. So that's going to be a conversation for another time. But we need to understand that the law of attraction is real. Yeah. If you think all you can get is some pink person or some other race of person because that's what you think is better for you, then that's what you're going to attract. And you're never going to be happy because ultimately you're going to be compromising certain things. Number one, you can't stand up and speak about your culture and you can't be proud and you can't talk about what's really going on in the world that's affecting people that look like you because the other person is not going to understand. They can't relate. They can sympathize, but they can't relate. Okay? And then you dumb yourself down. When you're caught up in religion, it's the same thing, except for you're dealing with an entity that's not visible, something that you were taught, that was passed down through generations and through abuse. That's what you're gravitating and holding on to as your sacred thing. That's why you cannot vibrate high. That's why your life isn't changing. If you look at people who are not caught up in religion, right? If you look at wealthy people, the majority of them are not into religion. The majority of them are atheists, in fact. But they're doing so much better than you. They're living the perfect life. They're happy, all right? A lot of them are happy. They're married, they're settled, they've got their families, their business, they're doing well, they're thriving. Yeah? You're not doing any of that. Is it not time to realize that, okay, maybe I need to change what I'm doing? Maybe I need to change some things and try some new things. Maybe not get caught up and be stuck. You know, this is where a lot of people are. Our people are stuck. And a lot of them are so afraid to change. All you got to do is realize, look around you. Mother Nature provides for the trees and the animals. They don't live in poverty. They're not impoverished. They have abundance around them. The animals know about the law of attraction. All their needs are met. They're not worshipping no religious, no invisible God or no, they just live in nature as it's meant to be. Even the animals have got it right. They got more sense. They're more in tune with the universe than humans are, than people. And that is the saddest part of it all. Yeah? But like I said, I'm not here to down our people because I already know that the psychological damage that has done why we are the way we are. I know what the problem is. I'm here to talk about solutions. I'm all about the solution. Yeah? So all I'm saying to black people is change your mind. Change the way you think. Try something different. You've got nothing to lose. Open your mind a bit. Understand that money is not evil. Now, if you have money and you use it for evil intent, that's what makes that thing evil. It isn't the money that's evil. It's your intention towards the money that makes it evil or good. If you see money as a tool that you can use to get yourself out of poverty, help your community, help other people, uplift and bring someone else up, then money is a wonderful thing. It's beautiful. But if you take it and you decide, okay, I want £1 million so I can go and destroy someone else's life, then you're creating an evil with a tool. You're using a tool to do evil deeds, and you're not gonna benefit in the end from it. You might think you're getting a one up on that person, but what is that actually doing for your soul? Are you even thinking about that on a conscious, subconscious level? How that's going to react and how that's going to come back to you at a later date, right? You got to think about things like that. So raise your vibration. Try something different. You have nothing to lose and a lot to gain. Open your mind. Realize that what you put out there into the atmosphere, how you think, The law of attraction works with your thoughts, your feelings, and your emotions, because all three of those encompass your intentions. So if you wake up in the morning and you say, okay, today I'm going to have a wicked day. Today I'm going to have a beautiful day. Everything's going to go my way. And, that's all you vibrate on. You don't even consider anything out of that. It doesn't matter what happens throughout that day. If something negative happens, yeah, it will not affect you um, on a negative level because your vibration is high. You will see a solution. You'll find a way. You won't see a big deal in that. But if you wake up the opposite of that, where you're on some negative shit and you go out, you go, oh gosh, I'm late for work or whatever, or my car is not working, or some shit's gone wrong, and you're on that negative low vibration, I can guarantee you it's like a magnet. Whatever you put out there, you're gonna attract. So yeah, you're gonna bring more negative shit to you. Someone might buck you or step on your toe or bump into you or take the seat on the train that you were rushing for. That's just gonna piss you off even more, and it's just gonna spiral. And at the end of the day, all you're going to do is just be a miserable sod that nobody wants to be around, right? So change your life by changing your vibration, change your frequency, change your thoughts. Yeah. It doesn't mean because something negative happens to you that it has to affect you for the whole day. It doesn't. All you need to do is just change your mind by saying, you know what? I'm having a great day. I am is the most powerful words you can use. The most powerful. Just those two, those two, that sentence alone, I am. It doesn't even have to, whatever you add after that is going to raise your vibration or lower it. Yeah. It's the truth. It works. You don't believe me? Try it. Everything I say on these videos, I'm not saying for you to just take it, swallow it, and that's the end of it. I say things, I say things for you to go out there and say, okay, let me look into this, give you something, spark your mind so that you can go out there and do some research for yourself. I know how I'm living. I know the vibrations that I'm on. Even though sometimes, yeah, I get pissed off, I get angry with what's going on with our people, it does affect me. I have to be in control of my emotions at the end of the day so that my emotions are not controlling me. I'll have my days where I might feel a little bit down, but I shake myself out of that because I know that life continues and everything is energy. And when I remember that everything's energy, not even death affects me on a negative level anymore. Those days are gone because I already know I'm wise and I'm hip and I know how quantum mechanics work. I know how the law of attraction work and I know how frequency, vibrations, emotion, thoughts, and intentions work. Right? Once you know how those things work, not a lot will affect you or bring you down. Yeah, it's the truth. Try it for yourself. All you need to do is wake up in the morning. You get up, you give thanks for your life. You give thanks that no one called you at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell you something bad happened to somebody, right? Your family members are not ringing you to say so and so, something negative happened to so and so. That's a lot to give thanks for. It's a lot to give thanks for, even when it's raining outside and it's grey. You're up, you're awake, you're alive to do great things. You're given another chance to do great things. That's how every day is. It's a new day for you to recreate your reality. Yeah. So whatever happened yesterday is in the past. The future is right now. It's not tomorrow. It's not next week, right? Because no one can go back into the past and bring it into reality today. So your future is being created by your thoughts, by the things you say and what you do. So for the law of attraction to work, you have to raise your vibration. You want to do that through meditation. You can do that through meditation, right? It's what sits well within your soul that you have to follow. Okay, people. So remember, keep your vibration high by changing your mind. All is mind. The universe is abundant. You have to remember that, and you have to know that the Creator did not put us here to suffer. This is mankind's doing. This is our thoughts creating our reality, and it's on a collective level. So if as a collective black people are all thinking, oh, all we're doing is killing each other, all we're doing is living in poverty, all we're doing is all this negative shit, as a collective, that's what you're bringing into your existence. So separate yourself from those that are doing that rubbish. Give yourself the chance to live in abundance because it's our time as black people. We are we're in the best time, even though, yes, there's a lot of negatives going around. You always have to remember, you have to have balance. You're going to have negative and you're going to have positive. If we're all vibrating on the negative frequencies, all we're going to see is the negatives, right? Get rid of television. It's there to tell lies to your vision. And those visions become set in your subconscious mind that you don't even realize it yourself. A lot of our people are walking around with a similar thinking, because I know when you listen to what they say, you know that these people are not conscious of what they're actually saying or what they're even listening to, let alone thinking, right? So switch off the TV, all right, before you go to bed, especially switch off every bit of electrical or technological devices that you have in your bedroom. Get rid of them. Get yourself some black obsidian, some shungai, some amethyst, some rose quartz. Have those under your pillow or by your bedside, because they absorb negative energy, right? Be grateful. Always be of an attitude, right, where you are grateful for things. Everything that you have, you're grateful for. If you're feeling like your life isn't going anywhere, look at all the positive things that you have going for you. You're alive. You have a roof over your head. You have food in your fridge, in your belly, right? Be thankful. That's where it starts. That's how you start to raise your vibration, just by being grateful for the little things. Okay? So I'm going to cut it for now until the next time, and then I'll come back and talk about meditation and other things. So, as per usual, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you think what I'm saying is great. Great. Let's share, let's learn from each other, and let's raise each other's vibrations even higher. All right? Until the next time, fam, take care. Out of here.